Hello, everybody. I'm here to show you how to do some cool stuff using slides. Excuse me. So here we go. Now, this presentation would have been given in class. So if you're watching this now, it's either to refresh, feel free to forward or reverse or pause if you need to look at anything more than once. This will be assuming that you're using the desktop view, not the app on your iPad. So if you don't know how to go to desktop view, then you can watch the video that I have posted in Classroom. Okay, first things first. Your first slide after your title slide, which is this one, should be your table of contents slide, where you will list the main points that you're going to be talking about. When you are doing a presentation, what works best is if you try to fill up all the available white space without it looking jumbled. So if I had a whole bunch of text here, okay, and I'm going to start typing point number 2, and here is the info I want to be here. Okay, there's a reason I did that and made it go longer. What we want to do is try to fill up some of this white space. So in order to do that, we want to insert a picture. So I'm going to go to Insert Image, search the web. And what this will do is it will bring up a search box. So search for images. I'm going to look for New York City. What it will do is it will bring up a number of pictures that would be for New York City. You should look for a picture that has about the same shape as the size you want to fill up on the screen. So what I want is like a squarish picture. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pick this one of the Freedom Tower. When you click on it, it's going to indicate that it's clicked, and then you just hit insert. And it will put it right on the slide. Now, when this picture goes in, obviously it is too big for the space. So your first inclination is to resize it. A word on resizing. If you drag it from the center, it's going to distort the picture. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. Whenever you're resizing, you always drag from the corners. If you drag from the corner, excuse me, it's going to keep the same resolution and the same general view of the picture. So you can see I've made it smaller, but it looks like the same picture. If I drag the middle in, it distorts the whole picture. So always drag from the corners, and then your picture will look the same as it needs to look. Now, if I want to make the picture look differently, so you can see I have like an orangish background, I can click and make sure the picture is selected and hit this format options. And this gives me a whole bunch of things for the picture. So I can actually recolor this picture to have that orangish tone that matches the rest of my slides. So that's something cool you can do. You can also rotate the picture. So if you insert a picture and it's sideways, you can flip it back to there. You can actually flip it so it's backwards. If your picture goes in backwards by accident, you can make it go right side up or upside down, depending on what you want to do. So those are your format options. Absolutely play around with it. You can always use the back arrow to undo anything you don't like. All right. The next thing I want to do is make sure that my text is not going behind the picture. And all I do is here I am going to click the middle, and I'm going to resize the text box so that all my text is here and my picture's here. For a video, moving on, you're going to do it the same way. Insert video, and it will pull up a YouTube search. I'm going to type New York City again, and this will do a basic YouTube search for anything here. So this is New York City by drone. I'm going to select this one, and it's going to put it into my slide. Now, here's a cool thing that you can do. This video playback thing automatically opens. So this video is 4 minutes and 31 seconds. But let's say you want to start it at 30 seconds and you want to end it at 35 seconds. Now, that wouldn't happen, but for this case, it's going to. So that means I can play it. It's going to play for 5 seconds. Boom, and then it's done. So this is great if you have a longer video and you only want to play a certain section of it. For example, it could be a 25-minute video and you only want to show the last 3 minutes. You can start it right where you want to start it and you won't have to worry about it. Same thing with the video. Drag from the corners to make it bigger. However you want. Next is custom animation. So what this is it is making a motion for your slide. What we want mostly is for each line to come up separately so that you're not putting a whole boatload of information on the slide at the same time. So you're going to go to View, Motion, which is again going to pull up another thing here. You would click on your first text box and then hit Add Animation. What this is going to do is it's going to fade it in when I click. So if I hit play, that will show me what it's going to do. Now notice that this and this are still there because I didn't do anything with them yet. And if I hit return, then that whole thing comes up at once. If I want them to come in line by line, I'm going to hit by paragraph, which means that every time I hit return on the slide, slides will see that as a separate paragraph. So now if I hit play, each line is going to come up as I click. What I want to do then is add an animation for this one. I'm going to fade it in on the click. And for this dude, if I choose not to add any animation, then that dude will be there. But if I want the dude to come in later, then I would also select him and add him. He's going to fade in on a click. So now, click, 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 click. There we go. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is, oh wait, I have to hit stop. Overlapping pictures. You are going to have to do this on your slide. Your motion thing is on. What I want is for when the word daisy comes up, I want the pictures of daisies to come up. When palm tree comes up, I want the palm tree to come up. And when clouds come up, I want the clouds to come up. So let's do the daisy first. Notice that all 3 of these are in separate text boxes. That's the only way that it works. You cannot have all of your words in one text box and have it come up individually. So I'm going to hit daisy. I'm going to add animation. It's going to come in when I click. Then I'm going to hit the pictures of the daisy and I'm going to add animation. Now, this means that when I click one time, the daisy word is going to come up. And then I'm clicking another time to make the daisy picture come up. What I want is for both of these to happen at the same time. So instead of this one, the second one happening on the click, I'm going to make it happen with previous, which means that the daisy, when I click, the word daisy and the picture daisy are going to come in at the same time. So I'm going to hit play so you can see that that's what happens. Now remember, those 4 things are there because I didn't animate them yet. I'm going to click, and there's my picture of my daisy and my word daisy. The next thing I need to do is make this picture disappear because I don't want that picture to still be there when my picture of my palm tree comes up. So add animation, and this is going to disappear on the click. My palm tree word is going to come in, add animation. I want this to come in when this one disappears. So I'm going to choose with previous. Then my picture of my palm tree comes in. I again want them to come in together. So that is going to be with previous. So let's hit play so you can see what this looks like. Again, those are up because we didn't animate them yet. I hit click once. There's my picture of my daisy and my word daisy. When I hit enter the next time, I'm going to get the daisy picture is going to go away. The palm tree picture is going to come up, and my palm tree words are going to come up. Okay. So next, we are going to make the palm tree picture go away. Add animation. It's going to fade in on the click, but we're going to leave that alone. Then clouds are going to come in. Add animation. Fade in with previous. And then the picture of the clouds is going to come in. And we're going to fade in with previous. So this should be everything we need. 1, 2, 3. Oop, I didn't make the palm tree go away. This is what takes a while. Oh, because I have fade in instead of fade out. All right, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And you don't need to make the picture of the clouds go away because you're going to be moving to the next slide. So the only thing you need to do now is now you can make these pictures bigger because they're going to go away one at a time. Obviously, you're going to take more time and make this look better, but for now, this will do. So now when I hit play, they are big enough, and you can play around with how they come in and how they go out. And that's about it.